goes without saying that. And now here we stand, down 1/3 of our teammates, and all of us emotionally drained.
Careful now, Lyra. The spell feels a little slippery at first.
Twilight Sparkle magically held the balloon's basket up against a low-hanging cloud. The mint-green unicorn stepped onto the cloud with caution, and then fell into her mare friend's waiting embrace.
I was so worried,
Bonbon whimpered into Lyra's streaked mane.
when I couldn't find you. I thought...
Me too, Lyra replied with a choked sob.
But I'm here now, and you're okay. We're going to be okay, Bonnie. Princess Twilight is going to fix everything.
A tiny smile creased Twilight's mouth, but it didn't last long. She turned away with a flap of her wings and looked around. The evening skies were full of clouds. Pegasi had brought dozens of them, and most were full of huddled refugees. Other townsponies had fled north by hoof or ridden the awful tide to higher ground in makeshift rafts and boats. But not nearly enough had made it. Twilight's horn was burning hot from directing the balloon and enchanting the rescued unicorns and earth ponies' hooves. She welcomed the distraction the pain brought.
So, is that everything?
Weird thing though, it could just be me, but didn't Sweetie's sword used to put up more of a fight somehow? So, that's it then? No more old buzzard? Pink lemonade mama? Or angry demon sister?
No, shut up, Cappuccino. I'm happy they're gone. Downright relieved, even. Now I don't have to deal with any more shipping jokes. It's contagious laugh or silver being silver.
In due time, Miss Abby. Right now, it's a bit too soon to start looking for suitable successors.
Gentlemen, today I made a shocking discovery. I have found where all the women and children of Sodor have gone in wake of Alfred Herman taking all of the men to war. The women and children now reside within Marin Station, in direct contradiction to the goals of the Blockade Committee of forming a new society of Sodor. To punish them for their impudence, I have decided the only punishment beguiling these individuals is death. Gentlemen, today we make history. Simon, that's crazy. I mean, we're not just gonna open fire on children. Like, yeah, is that a bit much? What? How dare you defy me? Simon, a lot of us have been talking and don't know that we feel safe here anymore. Marin Station sounds like a capital idea. Fine, you bunch of traitors. You'll regret this day, I assure you. This will not be the last you've seen of me, I promise you that.
Luna galloped through the castle and found her way to the roof of one of Canterlot's many spires. She fixed her stance, set her gaze on the horizon, and ignited her horn. The vast, silvery moon slowly crept up over the horizon, bathing the night in soft moonlight and calling forth long, translucent shadows. Luna's own shadow on the parapets grew a second horn, which then split into a branched antler. The shadow of her mane vanished, and the shadow of her chin sprouted a short, tufted beard. The distorted silhouette stroked its chin with an eagle-taloned paw, and then spoke.
Luna, you seem troubled. Do you want to talk about it?
Luna's back twitched. She gritted her teeth.
We have nothing to say to creatures of thy ilk, Discord.
Aw, now that hurts.
The shadow peeled away from the wall and inflated into full and opaque depth. Discord wiped away the black covering him with a swipe of his leonine paw, revealing himself in all his patchwork, chimerical glory.
I'm actually a very good listener, you know. In fact, I was listening the whole time I was turned to stone.
Luna's eyes blazed white. Her mane blew back from an unseen tempest, and her voice took on a booming echo.
Do not toy with us, demon!
The outburst blew Discord's flesh away like dry leaves in a windstorm, leaving his implausible skeleton exposed.
Now, there's no need to get all royal on me. We both know you recognize the magic at work down there.
Discord thrust his head skyward, put a paw to his chest, and then gave a formally inflected recitation.
In shadows bound lies Tambilon, till dark as midnight shines the dawn.
He ducked back down, brought his head up to Luna's ear, and whispered,
This is all your fault.
Leave me alone, Snake.
But just in case things don't pan out, I've got a backup plan.
Discord slithered off of Luna's back and stood next to her.
We villains have to look out for each other, you know.
I am not a villain.
Discord heaved a long-suffering sigh.
Luna, please. We're both ex-convicts here. You don't have to pretend.
No. We were happy.
Going to bed hungry, scrounging for scraps. Your planet was on the brink of collapse. I'm the one who stopped that. You know what's happened since then? The children born have known nothing but full bellies and clear skies. It's a paradise.
Because you...
A small price to pay for salvation.
You're insane.
Little one, it's a simple calculus. This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
Leave us.
Discord slowly faded from sight, his voice taking on a hollow echo.
Remember what I said, Luna. Believe me, even when you're on top of the world, things can turn against you. Just like that.
He snapped his fingers and was gone. Alone once more, Luna looked up at the moon she'd escaped. So familiar, and yet so cold and so distant and so heavy with memories of past hurt. She sighed.
Look at all of you. One massive story arc and a few goodbyes, and you totally fall apart on me. Come on! Stand up and try to kill each other!
Maddie. Candy.
Mine!
Not to worry, folks. I've got just the thing that we all need during these somber times.
Sorry, Finn, but I don't even think your delicious cookies can help this time.
No, now's not cookie time, Ty. It's comfort sad friends time. And let out all your feelings time. And remember that we still love each other no matter what time. And 12:45 Eastern Standard Time.
I'll take a bushel.
Hey guys, looky! I got my hoof stuck in a pickle jar again. What? What's up with these antics? Crazy old Jaspy at it again. Am I right?
That's so hilarious.
Tough crowd.
A valiant effort, Jasper, truly. But it just doesn't have the same comic energy as when Silver got into hijinks.
Also, that's a jar full of rabid fire ants.
Ah, so it is. Why do we even have these things in storage anyway? You know, it doesn't really hurt when... Oh, wait, there it is.
My skin stings of flaming death! I'll get the fire extinguisher. Again.
Say, do I look skinnier to you?
You know what? Yeah, it does look like you lost some weight.
Huh. I guess the Deadshot uniform doubled as a sauna suit while I was trying to get you in my crosshairs. I mean, I definitely feel lighter.
Yeah, maybe you'll actually hit me with a few pounds subtracted.
Don't push it.
Princess Celestia stood on the upper landing of the stairs into Canterlot Castle. She peered down at the palace's expansive courtyard, her gaze easily piercing the gloom as she watched the ongoing trickle of fleeing refugees arrive. She narrowed her eyes.
You were there, in Cloudsdale. Why didn't you call out the Wonderbolt right away? Why didn't you raise the alarm?
Princess Luna stood behind her in the open doorway, out of reach of the light from the two enchanted lanterns flanking the massive arch.
I did all that was necessary, sister. The Megan will come, and our troubles will be over. Why raise a panic?
Ponies are suffering, Luna!
Celestia whirled around to face her sister.
We could have helped. We could have started the evacuation sooner.
Nay, sister. You know harmony, but I know fear. This is no mere Paris-Bright swarm or a heavy rainstorm. There is little more they could have done. The populace would have filled their extra time with worry, and that worry would have bloomed into chaos or stagnated into carelessness. Better it came suddenly and forced them into action with less time to ponder.
There's no way to know that for certain.
Celestia frowned.
You know more about all this than you're saying. I can tell.
Luna backed away, deeper into the shadows. Her turquoise eyes shone in the dark.
I know nothing of how to end this, sister. If there was anything I could do, I promise you I would do it.
Celestia stared into her sister's eyes for a silent moment that seemed to stretch on for centuries. But then her expression softened.
You don't have to be afraid of me, Luna. You know that, don't you?
Her tone was gentle, but faintly pleading.
I do. I'm not.
Luna shifted uneasily.
I must go raise the moon.
She turned and fled, her shod hooves loudly ringing off the polished stone floor. Celestia inhaled to speak, to call her sister back, but then let out the breath in a soft sigh. She trotted back into the castle. The bus route did not go directly to Maple Street. Instead, it let out a whole street earlier, which meant Megan was about a half a block from her apartment building when the world went quiet. The silence had fallen subtly, with the perpetual noises of the city night being subtracted one by one. Now, on the vacant sidewalk next to the empty street, the falling rain made the only sounds. No cars or buses or subways provided background roar. No sirens or horns or burglar alarms or gunshots rang out. There was just the white noise hiss and patter of the rain, as constant and chaotic as television static. Megan shuffled to a halt, unable to find the strength to walk under the weight of the silence.
Hello?
Nothing.
Hello?
She repeated, louder this time. She prayed for someone to answer, even with shouted abuse. No answer came. Megan pulled her raincoat close and hugged herself. The damp chill in the air suddenly felt bone deep. A shift in some filth lodged in a sewer drain made a splash, and Megan jerked around to face it, fast enough for her heel to kick up a fan of water from the puddle at her feet.
Hello?
Back the way she'd been facing, a whistling fast descent ended in a massive crash in a nearby alleyway.
Hello? Anybody?
Ouch!
Said the creature.
What the hey?
No. It can't be. It can't be. It can't. Where are you really? City Hall? Library? Think.
Ugh. Just wait here a second. Okay, I gotta go tell the princesses we're here.
It's not real.
Megan whispered to herself.
You aren't in the country this time. This isn't safe. Wake up!
She pounded on the stone with a fist. The pain and the stone felt wretchedly real.
Damn it.
Megan squeezed her eyes shut and concentrated on her last sane memories. The sidewalk, the alley, the rain, rough asphalt, and hazing a mad dog. She got to her feet and opened her eyes.
Damn it! Damn it!
The balcony was a wide open space, more than half the size of her entire apartment. The polished stone was sparkling white, even by moonlight, and gilded lanterns holding magical glows provided warm golden light. The shadows of many more spires and towers were visible in the distance. The place was easily a dozen times the size of the dream castle she remembered, and the air smelled of garbage and car exhaust.
What? Ponyland is supposed to smell of sweetgrass and flowers and fresh baking, so the monsters can sneak up on you. Maybe I'm not all the way gone. Oh, please, yes. Maybe I'm getting better after all. Maybe I'm right about to snap back.
Megan!
You've come at last! Rainbow Dash hath brought forth our salvation!
Megan tensed. The booming voice carried an inhuman, sepulchral echo. But somehow it sounded familiar. She turned to face the speaker, a tall, lean, winged unicorn with a deep blue hide and a flowing mane and tail cut from the night sky. Megan's eyes widened. She backed away from the creature.
Don't!
She held up her hands defensively.
Don't come any closer! I remember you from my dream. You were chasing me.
Nay, mighty one.
The thing replied with an apologetic bow.
We were seeking you out. We are the royal princess Luna. It is our profound relief to see you here in the flesh. Equestria's future hangs in the balance, and only a—
Stop it!
Megan stood her ground and faced down the twisted hallucination.
Just stop! Why is this always what happens? This doesn't even make sense. I'm not a hero. I'm not your salvation. I can't even hold down a steady job. I don't want this, okay?
She turned away from the pony and shouted to the night sky.
I don't want this! Can anyone hear me? Get me help! Lock me up!
Megan's legs trembled. She fell to her knees and closed her eyes once more.
I don't want this!
Your voyage has been long, and many centuries have passed since you last walked these lands, O Megan,
said Luna in a halting tone.
Your upset is understandable. Please know that we only sought you out because of urgent and desperate need.
Megan opened her eyes. A shiver ran up her spine.
Centuries?
At least 1,500 years, yes. Perhaps longer. We cannot be sure. Parts of our history are unclear due to the depredations of Discord, the spirit of chaos.
Megan shuddered.
So they're all long dead now? Every single one of them? Not even one familiar face? Punishing myself for staying sane for too long, huh? God, that's sick. I'm sick.
As we said, the need is dire. A terrible tide of living slime is covering the land, leaving despair and devastation in its wake.
Slime.
Megan staggered to her feet.
That smell. That rotten, stinking, burning tire smell. Oh no. Not that. Not again. Not after.
Pulled once again by grim, nightmare momentum, she stepped over to the edge of the balcony and looked down. Without the rainbow and the stinging wind and the blur of impossible speed, her view of the land below was now crystal clear. The pastoral splendor of the tableau had been vandalized, like dark purple paint splashed over a masterpiece. An updraft wind carried up a stronger waft of the stuff's repulsively familiar stench. Megan's fingers squeezed the balcony's stone railing.
No, no! Not Smooze. Not now. That's not fair.
Luna stepped closer to her.
You know the scourge, O Megan?
Megan turned and then snatched Luna's spiraled horn in her right hand. She wrenched the pony into a head-on stare.
You know I do. We did this one. We did the Smooze. Why am I doing this again?
Luna struggled in Megan's grasp. Her platinum-shod hooves skated on the polished floor.
Please, try to remain calm. If you have vanquished this threat before, can we not?
Nothing.
Megan pressed her forehead to Luna's, just below the base of her horn, stared into her enormous cyan eyes, and snarled.
Nothing can stop the Smooze. Not anymore.
She pushed Luna away and stalked past her into the castle, pulling her coat around herself against a chill that had nothing to do with the cool night air.